a couple of different employees out that way and just kind of getting the lay of the land. Let's listen in as they continue their tour.
Getting that out of the system, red, work, all on our minds. So our last, Madam Vice President, leadership of East Bay Mud. Marlene Dumaine, and Kelly Zito with the sunglasses there. So that's Dumaine. Looks like she's already getting off the field.
Thank you for coming.
Good to be here. Good to be here.
Oh, we brought
Timely, too.
Okay, very nice.
Madam Vice President, very nice to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to see
so
you.
Happy to have you in the Bay Area. Yeah, it's great to see you at home. Yeah, it's beautiful. I'm an Oakland native, and having you at our facility, understanding the water industry and the challenges. Yeah, it's a challenging issue to provide clean, safe, affordable water. It's so exciting to have you here. And we offer any assistance we can to help take the administration's goal to protect the public health. Absolutely.
When did you want to pass it?
And just to give you a sense, in the last decade, East Bay Mud, with the retirement, we provided 1,500 jobs just for East Bay Mud alone with the retirement. So the water industry is about investing in the community and investing in jobs.
But I saw also that the workforce is aging, right? That we need to
and that's what we see is that shift.
Yeah.
And investing in the community, we put a lot of money in the community, which is there's a multiplier effect.
That's right.
And the jobs and infrastructure, that's incredible to hear the administration talking about that, and it's incredible to hear them talking about water.
We're doing it together.
Thank you.
Madam Vice President, this is Marlene Dumaine, Governor of Affairs. Please.
Good, nice to meet you.
And I want to thank you. We visited your staff when you were at the Senate. Every year when we were back.
Well, in fact, my former chief of staff was here.
Yeah. Just terrific. And
Thank you. Thank you.
And care about water.
Well, I care deeply about water, and I'm so happy to be here and to highlight what's happening here, and has been for a long time. So I look forward to continuing to work with you on this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Madam Vice President, this is Kelly Zito, Senior Public Affairs Director.
Good morning, Madam Vice President.
Good morning.
So nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. It's a wonderful opportunity for us to show you our infrastructure. And for us, my group is in charge of community affairs, and we're out in the community and investing in infrastructure is investing in our community.
That's exactly right. No, and you're a big presence in the community. I know that.
Yeah.
So it's great to highlight the work you're doing here. And thank you.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. It's good to be here. It's good to be home, too.
So we'll take you back to your
Okay.
Thank you.
That was smooth.
Well, staff right. Good stuff.
Okay, now what?
Do what
Okay.
you just did.
Okay.
Do what you just did.
Hi, guys. So, listen, it is great to be in Oakland and to be home, but it's great to be here at East Bay Mud. This facility and this group have been doing work that really is a model for the country of what we do in terms of, one, acknowledging, as we have discussed, water is a right, and it is obviously a precious resource. It sustains life in every form, be it human life, be it agricultural life, and we know it is precious. There were, for years and generations and centuries, wars fought over oil. I would suggest to you in a short matter of time, wars will be fought over water. We must understand how precious this resource is. We must understand the equities and inequities of distribution and access to clean water, especially clean drinking water, and address it in a way that is about supporting what governments must do at a local, at a state, and at a federal level, understanding the opportunities here, and this is a big part of the American Jobs Plan, which is the opportunity to not only build back up our infrastructure around water and water policy being diverse. It's about capture of water, storage of water, underground storage. There's recycling, there's conservation, there's desalination. All of these things are part of water policy, but the American Jobs Plan looks at it in terms of the infrastructure piece, and in particular what we need to do to build back up and to build anew, what we can do to preserve and to make sure all people have access to clean water and affordable water. And so that is what we are doing with the American Jobs Plan. Part of our reason for being here, too, when we were with Angela Blackwell, is the issue of water equity. Whether you're talking about Iowa, where I've spent a lot of time, and places in the Midwest where people have wells in their backyard and sewage systems on their property. It is on their property, it is theirs, but it is eroding, and they don't have the resources to actually upgrade and make it safe. And so part of our policy is to say give grants, give support to homeowners to be able to upgrade their systems, because of course this is a public health issue. We are looking at it in terms of places like Flint, the Mississippi Delta, places where our children throughout this country, and the governor can talk about it in terms of California, where children are drinking toxic water. And what we must do, PFAS, what we must do in terms of lead. The American Jobs Plan is about saying, let us 100% of our lead systems and lead pipes, let's upgrade them. Why? Because drinking lead will kill our children, literally. And so we have to acknowledge the public health issue, but also, again, see the opportunity in upgrading these systems and fixing and repairing the systems to create jobs. So we met with a couple of folks who have been in the apprenticeship programs that is part of what the American Jobs Plan will create. Apprenticeship programs where we partner up with the building trades, the pipe fitters, the plumbers, the electricians, the carpenters, understanding they have some of the best apprenticeship programs in our country to build up the skills of the American workforce to get these jobs, which are good union jobs, good paying union jobs. So that's why we're here today, to highlight the great work that is happening. I want to thank the whole team, and I especially want to thank the governor. He and I have worked together for a long time. We were elected to our first office at the same time back in 2003. And one of the things I know about Gavin Newsom is he has always been a champion about what we need to do around our environment. And he and I have had many conversations over the years, in particular about the preservation of water. And so I'm just so happy that you have been able to join us, Governor. And I want to give you an opportunity to speak and talk about some of the work you're doing.
I appreciate it. I'll be brief. It's an honor to have the Vice President here. And as you can hear, you don't need to educate the Vice President on water policy and what a gift that is for us, particularly out here in the state of California, as we are now going through another annual rite of passage, which is the annual snowpack survey. And as you saw last week, just 59% of average. This is the second dry year in the state. We came out of a 5-year drought. We had a short respite, and now that reality's presented itself anew. All of these things are connected. Water infrastructure, water policy, issues related to drought. And by the way, drought is by no means an issue just for California. 77% of the west coast of the United States is now in what we refer to as mega drought conditions. This is profoundly significant for this country, and particularly the West. And this Jobs Recovery Act, this American Recovery Act, this infrastructure effort is, and forgive me, I know we're prone to hyperbole, it's a game changer to complement the efforts that are happening at the local level to address the needs here in the East Bay of a system that was designed in the 1930s that needs investment, needs upgrade. We talk a lot about infrastructure. We have the ability to deliver on it. And for the Vice President to be here, to be delivering not only a package for consideration to Congress, but be delivering on the priorities that we hold dear here in the state of California is extraordinary. So, Madam Vice President, thank you for being here. And it's a tremendous opportunity for this state and our nation. We have your back. We're all in on supporting this effort.
Thank you, Governor. Thank you again.
Thank you, everyone. Love the motor days this way.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being here.